History is a tapestry woven with threads of ambition, betrayal, and conquest. Few stories embody these elements as dramatically as the clash between the Achaemenid Empire and the burgeoning Macedonian power. On one side stood the Persians, heirs to a vast empire stretching from the Indus River to the Aegean Sea. Their civilization, ancient and sophisticated, boasted unparalleled wealth and military might. On the other side rose the Macedonians, a people forged in the crucible of war, led by a king with a vision of an empire of his own. This is the story of their collision, a clash that would reshape the ancient world and give birth to legends. This is the story of Alexander the Great. The story begins not with Alexander, but with Cyrus the Great, a figure whose legacy would shape the course of history. A visionary leader of unmatched charisma and military prowess, Cyrus was more than just a warrior. He was a statesman and a strategist. In the 6th century BC, Cyrus united the disparate Persian tribes, bringing together a mosaic of cultures and traditions under one banner. He led them on a series of stunning conquests, toppling empires and forging a dominion the likes of which the world had never seen. His military campaigns were not just about expansion, but also about the integration of diverse peoples. From the ashes of vanquished foes rose the Achaemenid Empire, named for Cyrus's ancestor, Achaemenes. This empire was a testament to Cyrus's vision and leadership. Cyrus was not just a conqueror, he was a builder. He initiated the construction of grand cities and monumental architecture that would stand the test of time. He established a sophisticated administrative system, dividing his vast realm into provinces ruled by satraps, governors who answered directly to him. This system ensured efficient governance and control over the expansive empire. Cyrus respected the customs and religions of conquered peoples, a policy that fostered loyalty and stability. This approach was revolutionary for its time and set a precedent for future empires. His successors, Darius I and Xerxes I, continued to expand the empire's borders and refine its infrastructure. They built upon Cyrus's foundations, ensuring the empire's longevity and prosperity. Roads, canals, and a sophisticated postal system connected the far-flung corners of the empire, facilitating trade and communication. These innovations were crucial in maintaining the cohesion of such a vast territory. The Persian Empire, under the Achaemenid dynasty, stood as a beacon of power and prosperity. Its legacy of governance, cultural integration, and architectural marvels continues to inspire and influence civilizations to this day. While the Persian Empire basked in its golden age, a period marked by immense wealth, cultural achievements, and architectural marvels, a new power was rising in the west: Macedon. This small kingdom, often overshadowed by its more illustrious neighbors, was beginning to stir. A kingdom in northern Greece, Macedon was long considered a backwater, a place of little significance in the grand tapestry of ancient civilizations. Its people were viewed as barbarians by their southern Greek neighbors, who prided themselves on their sophisticated culture and democratic institutions. However, this perception began to change under the reign of Philip II, a visionary leader with grand ambitions for his kingdom. Philip, a shrewd and ambitious king, ascended to the Macedonian throne in 359 BC. He inherited a kingdom fraught with internal strife and external threats. Philip was a military innovator. He understood that to secure his kingdom's future, he needed to transform its military capabilities. He recognized the tactical limitations of the traditional Greek hoplite phalanx, which, while effective, was rigid and lacked flexibility. Philip implemented a series of reforms that revolutionized warfare. He reorganized the army, introduced new training regimes, and emphasized discipline and cohesion. He equipped his soldiers with longer spears, the sarissas, which gave them a significant reach advantage over their enemies. Philip also trained his men in complex maneuvers, ensuring they could adapt to changing battlefield conditions and outmaneuver their foes. These innovations transformed the Macedonian army into a formidable force. Philip forged alliances, subdued his Greek rivals through a combination of diplomacy and military might, and by 338 BC had united most of the Greek city-states under his banner. This unification was unprecedented and set the stage for future conquests. With Greece under his control, Philip's sights were now set on a far grander prize: the Persian Empire. This vast and wealthy empire represented the ultimate challenge and opportunity for Macedon. Fate, however, had other plans. The world of ancient Macedonia was one of constant turmoil and shifting power dynamics. The kingdom, though powerful, was surrounded by potential enemies and internal strife. It was a time when alliances were fragile and betrayal was a common currency. The stage was set for a dramatic turn of events that would change the course of history. In 336 BC, as Philip II was celebrating the marriage of his daughter, he was assassinated under mysterious circumstances. The joyous occasion turned into a scene of chaos and confusion. The assassination sent shockwaves through the kingdom, leaving the throne vulnerable and the future uncertain. The identity of the assassin and the motives behind the act remain subjects of speculation and intrigue to this day. The throne passed to his son Alexander, a young man of just 20 years old. Despite his youth, Alexander had been groomed for leadership from an early age. He had witnessed his father's military campaigns and political maneuvers, learning valuable lessons in strategy and governance. The weight of the crown now rested on his shoulders, and the young king was determined to prove himself worthy of his inheritance. Alexander was no ordinary youth. His presence commanded respect, and his vision extended far beyond the borders of Macedonia. He possessed a rare combination of intellect, physical prowess, and an unyielding will. His ambition knew no bounds, and he was driven by a desire to achieve greatness on a scale that few could comprehend. Tutored by the renowned philosopher Aristotle, he was as intellectually gifted as he was physically imposing. Aristotle's teachings instilled in Alexander a love for knowledge and a deep appreciation for the arts and sciences. This education would later influence his approach to leadership and his vision for a unified world. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander developed a keen mind that could analyze complex situations and devise innovative solutions. He was a skilled warrior, a charismatic leader, and possessed an ambition that burned as brightly as the sun. His military training was rigorous, and he excelled in the art of war. His charisma inspired loyalty among his troops, and his ambition drove him to seek out new challenges and opportunities. Alexander's leadership style was a blend of calculated strategy and bold action, making him a formidable force on the battlefield. Upon inheriting his father's throne, Alexander faced numerous challenges. The kingdom was rife with political intrigue, and there were those who doubted his ability to rule. He had to navigate a complex web of alliances and rivalries, all while maintaining the stability of his realm. The young king's resolve was tested from the very beginning, but he remained steadfast in his determination to secure his position and expand his influence. Rebellions flared within Greece, and the Persian Empire, vast and powerful, loomed large to the east. The threat of invasion was ever present, and Alexander knew that he had to act swiftly to consolidate his power. The Persian Empire, with its immense resources and formidable army, was a daunting adversary. Yet Alexander saw this as an opportunity to prove his mettle and achieve the glory he so fervently sought. Yet Alexander met these challenges with unwavering determination. He was not one to shy away from adversity. Instead, he embraced it as a chance to demonstrate his capabilities. His confidence was unshakable, and his resolve was ironclad. Alexander's leadership was characterized by his ability to inspire and motivate those around him, turning potential obstacles into stepping stones toward his ultimate goals. He swiftly crushed the uprisings in Greece, reminding all of Macedon's might. His military campaigns were executed with precision and efficiency, leaving little room for dissent. The message was clear. Alexander was a force to be reckoned with, and any challenge to his authority would be met with swift and decisive action. His success in quelling the rebellion solidified his reputation as a capable and formidable leader. Then, with an army of 35,000 men, he set out to fulfill his father's dream, the conquest of Persia. This was no small feat, but Alexander was undeterred. He meticulously planned his campaign, taking into account the vastness of the Persian Empire and the challenges that lay ahead. His army, though smaller in number, was highly trained and fiercely loyal. With a clear vision and unwavering determination, Alexander embarked on a journey that would etch his name into the annals of history. Alexander's campaign began in 334 BC with the crossing of the Hellespont, the narrow strait separating Europe from Asia, marking the start of his legendary conquests. His first major encounter with the Persians came at the Granicus River. The Persian army, commanded by local satraps, enjoyed numerical superiority and a strong defensive position. However, Alexander, displaying the tactical brilliance that would become his hallmark, led a daring cavalry charge, shattering the Persian lines and securing a decisive victory for his forces. The Battle of Granicus River was a resounding success for Alexander, announcing his arrival on the world stage and sending shockwaves through the Persian Empire. It was the first of many victories, a testament to Alexander's military genius and the fighting spirit of his Macedonian troops. The Persian king, Darius III, once dismissive of the young upstart, now realized the gravity of the threat he faced from Alexander.